Okay, a record 80 million people are expected to travel this Thanksgiving, and throughout the holiday season, a great number will likely have a flight booked on Spirit Airlines. Despite just filing for bankruptcy, the airline says it will be business as usual. Well, after years of struggling sales and a failed merger attempt with JetBlue, the company has lost billions of dollars since 2020. And some travelers are understandably nervous about flying with the nation's largest low-budget airline right now. Here to give his insights is NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg. Hey, Peter, good morning to you.
And good morning.
So the airline just announced yesterday, we were on air yesterday when it came down. Should people still be booking Spirit tickets, Peter?
Remember, this is a Chapter 11 reorganization filing. It is not a Chapter 7 cessation of business filing where they be liquidated. So yes, this is the first time an airline has filed for Chapter 11 in this country in a decade. Just about every other airline has, if you remember the 90s and the early 2000s. Some airlines even filed what we like to call a Chapter 33. That means they went Chapter 11 3 times. So they are getting some definite equity financing right now, an infusion of cash to try to stabilize the ship financially. Keep in mind, they haven't made a profit since 2019. They've got about $2.5 billion in debt. But to answer your question, if you have a ticket on Spirit, the airline is going to continue to operate. As we've reported before on this show, Spirit has basically tried to pare things down. They've furloughed a number of pilots. They've cut some routes. They've sold some planes. They've delayed delivery of new planes. This sort of financial triage was evident that they were in trouble to begin with. But right now, in the short term, if you got a ticket on Spirit and you bought it with a credit card, you're going to be fine.
So if you have a ticket, you should be fine. What about, I think about families, not only holidays, but looking even more forward thinking, spring break. Should families book a spring break ticket on Spirit or choose a different airline?
Well, here's the concern, because coming into 2025, the airline's going to have to shrink. The only way it's going to survive is to get rid of some routes which they've already done. They're going to do a couple of more. Remember, they've deferred delivery on a lot of new planes. They're trying to sell some of their planes. So it may be a smaller airline come 2025. But again, if you buy it with a credit card, your rights are protected. That doesn't mean you're going to get booked on another airline. So right now, in the short term, my answer would be go ahead and fly Spirit. Let's see what happens after the first of the year. I would delay booking into April or May of 2025 until we see how the restructuring goes.
Okay, yeah, really good advice there. What about, are you expecting any major delays holiday season or first of the year because of this new announcement?
Not because of that. We're just keeping our fingers crossed that there are no more IT meltdowns over the holidays. We all remember 2022 with Southwest Airlines.
Yeah.
But right now, everything looks to be okay. The usual advice is in place. Do not fly on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and under no circumstances do you come back on the Sunday after, because that's going to be the worst day of the year at about 3.7 million people flying on one day alone.
Yeah, I might have made a mistake in coming back on Sunday. I may change my ticket and say Peter told me so. Hey, NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much, and safe travels to you, my friend.
You got it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.